Hi, I'm Kelly Kuntz, the CEO of Submeter Solutions, and today we're going to talk about the difference between pulse water meters and encoded water meters, and a little bit of history to start. Pulse meters refers to the output on the wire on a standard water meter, and that's been very old technology that's been around 30 years and has been a real standard in our industry. What makes Pulse so nice is that it's simple, it's efficient, it's inexpensive, and very reliable, so that the meter output that's coming through this wire simply closes an electrical contact, and then the reading system, whether that be a remote reader or a transmitter or transceiver, recognizes that contact closure, counts that, and multiplies it by a prearranged value like 10 gallons per pulse. So our industry in the submetering world has been using pulse meters for decades, and has been our go-to application. Well, about 15, 20 years ago, the utilities were looking to upgrade that simple pulse output, and they started selling and producing meters that used an encoded output from their meter to their automated meter reading systems. The difference there is that rather than a simple contact closure, the communication coming out of the meter is actually the read on the register display of the meter. So if the meter is currently reading at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the output on the pulse is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the real advantage of an encoded system is that your automated meter reading system equipment is always going to match the read that is on the actual meter itself. So why our submetering industry has not adopted this sooner is because both the equipment costs for the meter and the meter reading systems were much higher than what the legacy pulse systems were. Good news is that there's been a real trend in the last few years to close that gap. And here, as we record this in 2023, that the difference now in cost and availability is so close that we are beginning to recommend encoded style water meters for almost all of our applications going forward, and taking advantage of that meter connection that is producing the actual meter read in the system without having to manipulate that with software. How can you tell if you have a pulse meter or an encoded meter? Well, one real simple thing to do is just to look at how many wire conductors are coming out on the wire. If it's 2 conductors, it's probably pulse. If it's 3 conductors, it's probably encoded. There's some other nuances that our office can help you with. There's a couple different protocols of encoded meters. We know all about that. We can match up your reading system with the right type of encoded meter. But give us a call if you're interested in water meters and applications in general, and ask us about encoded meters, and we'll be happy to quote you the system that's going to work best for your application. Thank you.